Let's take a look at the included CAD program that is free with your GDS WinBidPro version 15 program. And one thing to keep in mind is that it comes with this free program. Like with any drawing on the screen, you can simply go over to your menu here and click CAD, and it will launch that. We call it New CAD, but it's made by a company called VectorDraw. And that's VectorDraw is the company that makes the tool that we draw the elevations in WinBidPro with. And this is something they just gave to us as a developer to let us include in our program. So it's not very well documented, unfortunately. The help is uh, bad because there isn't really any. Um, so you'll notice there's some little problems, like you try and click a command, sometimes it says there's not a valid DLL or something. So I apologize in advance for that. We've tried to get help fixing those problems, but this vector draw company doesn't quite give us the support we were hoping for. But it is functional. It does do some things well. And the big deal is, and I was going to mention this, I'm going to go ahead and close it, is you can go into drawing settings in the menu here, and you can change the CAD program. So if you have your own CAD program, you don't have to use this free one. Um, I like a program called AutoSketch from Autodesk, the makers of AutoCAD. AutoSketch is affordable, it's real easy to use, and you can tell by clicking this, you can basically point to the Autodesk file and say use this program instead of the free one. So TurboCAD, there's a few others. Even on our website, we have a link to a CAD program that we like that's free, and I'm going to show you where that is. Related links on the website, and just look for that type of thing. We're going to update our website soon, but look for the related links type of thing. So it's called this one right here. What is it called? Double CAD XT. And there's a link for it. It's free and it works very easily too. So it works better than the free one that we included. The problem is, you have to download this one, install it like a regular program. So you have the choice. You can get this. You can pay for something like AutoSketch or TurboCAD or FastCAD or EasyCAD. There's other programs. One of our partners, Harlan Klostra, sells FastCAD and EasyCAD. So those are a couple other options. So just wanted to point that out. But let's go back to this CAD program, the free CAD by VectorDraw. So what I want to cover first is how do you delete or move an entity. So in CAD terms, any part of a drawing is an entity. So the details. I'm sorry, the dimensions are entities. There's layers. So the different colors on the drawings are different layers. So it gets very complex. CAD is a definitely complex program, and you don't need to know CAD inside and out just to do a few things in it. So that's all I'm showing you here. And all CAD is driven, it's command driven and menu driven. So I'm going to show you the menu driven stuff, and we'll see down here at the bottom, when we pick a menu item, it shows the command for it. So eventually you get used to the commands and those actually become quicker. But while you're learning, doing things like just clicking on a vertical, let's say, you can always exclude it in our program. But if you want to take it out in your CAD program, you just basically click on it, click the X, and it disappears. So you'll notice that it leaves like a void where it was. But it's really that simple to click on something. It's selected by the little blue box and then deleting it. So that's as easy as it gets. That's the one thing in CAD that's easy, actually. So, so now let's talk about moving something. Like let's say there's this little split vertical here, and to kind of get around, you have to scroll up and down. You can pan. So let's go to pan. But that one doesn't work in this program. So in a regular CAD program, pan would work, but in this case, we're going to use the little slide tools at the side here. If you ever get messed up and you can't find your way back, escape is always a way to cancel a command in CAD. So is right clicking. or actually right click sometimes does more, but escape's the safest way to cancel something. So hit escape. Zoom extends means basically fit the drawing in the window I'm looking at. So if I hit zoom extends, my drawing once again fits in this window. So now if I want to zoom in a little bit, I'm going to scroll up. So this is in the middle. If I want to zoom in on this, I can click and then scroll with my wheel, just like you can when you're drawing in the GDS program. So now I've selected this little split vertical entity, and it has 4 corners to it. So it's basically one piece. Um, and these are obviously different lines, but each member, like a split, a vertical, a head, a sill, a door leaf, or actually door rail or door leaf, those can be combined or exploded, they call it, where each line is a separate entity. So in the case that when the drawing's brought into CAD or the DWG file is created, this drawing is actually consisted of a bunch of blocks. So this vertical's a little split vertical's a block. This head piece is a block, things like that. So that makes it easy to select that entire piece as one entity and then move it or delete it or do what you want. So keep that in mind. And it's worth mentioning here is the name of the DWG file that we're using right now. So when I clicked CAD in the GDS drawing, it took that drawing on the screen, saved it as a DWG file, and saved it in this location. So it tells you the full path, the vendor name. There's a folder called GDS Elevation Drawings, and then there's a name of the folder name for the job. So, and then the file itself has the job name, the elevation number, and the name of the elevation. So it's basically easy to identify your drawings. Okay, so I have selected this split vertical. Now it's real easy to delete it. I can just click delete. But to move it is another story. So we have to actually go to modify, move. And you'll see the little icon here. So that icon is also on this little toolbar here. So now that I clicked move, it actually disappeared. So it says from this point. So I want to click it. And now, so basically I clicked and let go of my mouse and just started dragging my mouse. I don't have to click and hold. I can just click and drag. I'm sorry, click and move the mouse and click again. And wherever I click, it lets go basically and sticks the entity that you're moving in that place. So I'm still in the move feature, I guess you would call it. So I can actually move this one by clicking it. And I left click again, or actually I right click again, and then I left click, and now I can let go and start moving it again. So there's kind of a weird series of left click, right click, left click, and so now I'm not holding the left button down. I just clicked it to start the move process, basically. I moved it to where I want, and now I click the button again, and it releases it. So in a nutshell, that's how you move something. And again, if I were to hit escape right now, I canceled the move command. So I could either go back to modify move, or if I remembered that this icon here is move, I hit move, I can select the entity that I want to move. Now I left click, and I'm sorry, you have to right click to basically, so you can select multiple things. So you have to click to select different entities. You can select 5, 6, 4, whatever, and move them all as one thing, or you can just select one. So that's why you have to right click to kind of end that selection process. And then we click to basically start the move process, and we can move our mouse to drag it around, and then we put it where we want, which is obviously touchy, and then we left click and it releases it. So we're still in the move command right now because we haven't canceled out of it, but we've released what we're moving. So you'll see all these little commands in the top, in the left corner here, and that's what's kind of happening when we're doing these things. And then when I hit escape, it says command cancel, so that means I'm out of the move command. So now I can actually click something like I did in the beginning and delete it, or that's basically all I know that you can do easily by just clicking and deleting. But you can go back to modify and hit move again, and there's obviously all these other options. So I'll do another few videos that cover some of the other basic functionality in the CAD program, but To really learn CAD, it requires courses or a lot of time with tutorials and reading to figure it out. So if you've got that motivation, then it's a good tool to know, but it's just not that intuitive. So check out some of the other videos, and this one just covers deleting and moving. So thanks very much.